Hi, hello. Thank you for coming back for another cooking recipe. Today's recipe is ginger beef from Cooks Chinese cookbook. So for this, you need 2 tablespoons of corn flour. You need salt and ground white pepper for seasoning. You need 2 beef sirloin steaks, approximately about 200 grams each, but any beef steak will do. I tend to use the steak medallions myself. You need to trim the fat off those and slice them into thin strips like so. You need 6 tablespoons of ground nut oil. It does say a 4cm piece of fresh ginger, finely chopped, but you can use minced or pureed ginger, say about a teaspoon. You need 2 cloves of garlic, again peeled and chopped, but again about a teaspoon of garlic, minced or puree would be fine. You need 3 spring onions chopped, 1 medium carrot peeled and cut into matchsticks. If you can't manage matchsticks, just do shavings. 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, half to 1 teaspoon of caster sugar, so depending on how sweet you want it, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of white rice vinegar or cider vinegar to taste. I've done 1 teaspoon myself. And then to garnish, just some chili flakes. So the first step you've got to do is combine the corn flour or potato flour and the salt and pepper in a bowl, like so. And then you add your slices of beef to coat them. So I'm just putting all that in there. That's why I'm wearing a glove. If you don't mind getting the beef juice all over your hand and the corn flour and everything all over your hand, don't worry. But you want to make sure they're really well coated. Even give them a good shake around. Try and get them nicely coated there. The more coated they are, the better. While I'm coating these, I've put the 6 tablespoons of groundnut oil into my wok or saute pan, and that's now warming up. There we go, they're about as well coated as they're going to get. Let me get rid of this. To test if the oil is hot enough, take one of your smaller pieces, drop it in. Sizzle's not very loud, so it's not quite warm enough yet. So we'll remove that one before it gets too soggy. What we might do, oops, we might turn the temperature up just a little bit more. You really want the oil to be nice and hot so that it crisps the outside of the beef while keeping it still, you know, sort of tender and chewy in the middle. Starting to see ripples form on my oil, so it should be ready. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to add the beef slowly. You can do it in batches if you wanted. Try and make sure that they don't stick together too much. So what you're doing is you're cooking them in batches so that they're easier to remove and drain the excess oil. These are frying up lovely. Yeah, just bear with me a moment, see if I can get it there for you to see. There they are. Put your back. Those pretty much ready. I'm gonna drain these ones off. Put them onto some kitchen roll just to drain the excess oil. Obviously be careful if the oil starts to spit. Just turn it down a little bit. When your oil starts to spit, that's the water content in the meat. Again, try and get them so that they're not all stuck together. can always add a bit extra corn flour if you need to. Which is what I maybe should have done. Let's get rid of that glove. And the bowl. And we'll keep moving the beef around so that it doesn't get stuck, and it doesn't burn. Now all the beef is in there and I'll turn the heat up again. Right, while those are finishing off crisping up, the next step we're going to do is remove the remaining beef from the wok. We're then going to give that a bit of a clean, remove the excess oil, and then we're just going to add a little bit of clean oil to the wok, and then you want to add the ginger, the garlic, the spring onions and carrot, and you fry them over a high heat for about a minute, or until, you know, it's aromatic, it's fragrant. So we're just waiting now for the beef to finish, and then we'll quickly give the wok a clean and we'll add those ingredients. Right, so as I said, I've cooked the beef off now, that's draining on some kitchen paper. I've cleaned out the wok and I've added some fresh oil, that's now reheating. So as I said, the next step is to add the ginger, the garlic, the spring onions and the carrot. And like I said, you want to chop the carrot into like matchsticks, doesn't have to be perfect. And the spring onions, just cut them diagonally, you know, try and make it look a bit fancy. So once the oil's hot enough, I'll start adding those, and then you want to cook them on, fry them on a high heat for about a minute, so that the different oils and the ginger and the garlic all infuse. And then after that we'll add the soy sauce, the sugar, the sesame oil, the vinegar and another pinch of pepper, and we'll also add 3 tablespoons of water. So I'll do a little jug of that ready. So I've got the water and the tablespoon ready for when I do that. That feels like it should be warm enough. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the carrots and the spring onions first. So we just drop them in. Give them a quick move around the pan so that they start to soften. And then to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of the ginger and the garlic. And just plop that right in the middle. And again, you want to keep it moving around. Make sure everything is nice and coated, everything's fragrant. The carrots are starting to soften. You can already smell the ginger. To that now, you're adding the, what did I say it was? You're adding the sesame oil, the light soy sauce, and the rice vinegar. So I've put that all in here. So that's all going in now. And you're also adding the 1 or half a teaspoon of caster sugar. Again, try to keep the ingredients moving as much as possible so they don't burn, they don't stick. Everything gets nice and coated and flavourful. And onto that, you're adding 3 tablespoons of water. 1, 2, 3. Let me just grab you a second so you can see what it looks like. How lovely does that look? Right, so while all that's now cooking in the wok, as I said, you can add a pinch more pepper to taste if you want to. And you heat this until sugar is dissolved, which is pretty much done straight away. You can add some more vinegar if you wanted to as well, but I'm going to leave it as it is this time because it's the first time doing this recipe. So it's good to test it out as it's, you know, as it says in the book, and then doctor it later on. And then what you do now, you add the beef to the wok again, you mix it all in, and then you remove it from the heat once, you know, it's done to your satisfaction. And serve it with rice, serve it with noodles, you know, with whatever you want. I've currently got rice warming up, so I'm going to have mine with a nice bowl of rice. So I'm going to add the beef. Oh, the smell is just amazing. And again, I'm going to grab you just so that you can see. Now look at that. It's a shame we haven't got smell of it then, because the aroma is to die for. I'm just going to check on how my rice is cooking and I'll be back with you shortly. As you can see, the rice is now cooked, so all that's left is to add the ginger beef to it, and as I said, the smell is fantastic. So you really want to make sure that you get in all of the carrots and the spring onions. Put that away from the heat. And then to finish off, you just sprinkle it with some chili flakes if you wish, or chili powder, or, well, you can sprinkle it with whatever you want. Chuck some parsley on it, some coriander. But there you go, a lovely dish of ginger beef, and that was from Gok Cooks Chinese, one of the books I've only now got round to doing recipes from. So don't forget to join us again when we do another recipe. Might be from the same book, might be from a completely different book. I am doing a lucky dip with loads of recipes from 10+ cookbooks. So don't forget to join in for the next one. Bye!